Hello and welcome to the Next ReeVlog. It's another one in the car, as I am once again early for work. Better early than late, eh? But yes, so what am I talking about today? Well, one, I have the phone the wrong way up, so the camera is lower down, which is a travesty, but never mind, I can still look into it a little bit at any rate. So, well, I am going to be talking about Kung Fu, about work, probably a little bit about D&D, as I tend to do, and then be going, because at most I should make this 10 minutes. Like, I shouldn't really let it go on for any longer than that, because whilst I'm very early for work, I can start work early. So I probably will, get in that, 20 minutes overtime, or whatever, you know? Anyway, so, I'm currently doing up my shoes, but I said I was going to talk about Kung Fu, so I'm going to. Yesterday, it was a grading, not mine, sadly. We were thankfully able to bring into the world 3 new yellow belt practitioners, which is good. And it was really nice for me because there were 3 people grading, and so the instructor got me and another person there to look at, to watch when they were doing the form in their own time, because while they do it in their own time, it's really hard to keep track of every move that everyone's doing at the same time, and they'll be moving at different rates and all of that. So looking through it, it was really nice that they asked me to do that. Obviously, it would be me as the senior grade, but I found it quite nice that they asked me to do that, because it was sort of okay, did they get everything right? They trust me to know what is right, and all of that, which that was nice. And I got to practice some of my stuff. I need to remember that on hand and arm strikes usually don't change levels unless there is some sort of good reason to change levels. Ignore this. Good reason to change levels. So sort of like hand strike, ridge hand, to the belly to fold them over, because that's definitely going to work. Then you can come up to come back down again for an elbow. But for the most part, try and stay the same level. So if I'm stood up, stay stood up. If I'm low down, stay low down. For both the hand strike and the arm strike, to make it more flowy. If I'm going to go one direction, then the other direction, I have to go across the line and then come back across the line, rather than going that way, then round something and that way. Which is the same going across the line, back across the line, I guess. But it has to be a full move across the line and then a full move back again, rather than a move across the line, round to set, then round, and then back across the line. So yeah, it's hard to describe that one in words without an example or an analogy, but I'm not going to give one. But yeah, that's useful to know, and I can put that into my own practice going forward when I've got when I've got time, because next week another grading for more yellow belts, then probably the week after normal session, then probably the week after that will be someone else's grading, and probably the week after that will be a normal session, then the week after that I'm hoping to grade. But that means I need to get to a point within the next 3 weeks to be able to grade, because I'm not ready, because we don't go through my stuff enough. And so next week I'm hoping to be able to go through stuff in the similar fashion to how I did yesterday, but for longer, on my grade, so that I can learn it better, so I'm actually prepared and ready. Then the following week, we'll probably be doing stuff specifically to match the person who's grading the week after's, and this is just a guess that when people are grading stuff, which is okay, and hopefully I'll be able to do some of my stuff that week as well. Following week would just be me doing my stuff, everyone else doing their stuff for the most part, if I am then grading the week after that. Hopefully. But yeah, I feel like I might pass the grading, but I wouldn't get a good pass, and you have to get higher points every belt, So when I got my yellow belt, I'm pretty sure I got like between 60 and 70%, something like that, and that was a pass. And if it goes up like 5% per belt, if 60% was the pass mark, it'd be 65 for green, 70 for orange, 75 for red, 80 for white, which means I need to go to 85. 85%. I'm not sure I can get I'm not 100% sure that I'd be able to get 85%. But yeah, enough about Kung Fu. We have work. Work's going okay. I finally have made some like progress internally that I think that I can accurately talk people through a couple things now. I can take the orders with very few mistakes for the most part, which is good because the mistakes, like, when I can do it like 10 out of 10, 99 times out of 100, then I will be able to get my direct supervisor won't have to check through it anymore, which means I will actually be adding way more time to him than I currently am. Because yes, if I put through the order and something's wrong, he can just scan through it and be like, that's wrong, and either change it, which doesn't take as long as to put through the order, or just be like, James, do it again, and then I'll do it again. So yeah, I am saving him some time, but not as much. And then there's one I can do it like that, then I can move on to doing the next bit, because at the moment I can put through orders like a machine, and that's great. My technical help, however, isn't great. I can do limit setting, which is how high up and down the garage doors will go when you press the buttons. That's mostly it. Like, I've got a couple other bits that I can help with, and I know how the garage doors more or less go up, but say someone called and said the garage door got stuck halfway up, now it won't go up or down. I don't really know. I could say maybe it's the safety brake, and I know how the safety brake works, but it shouldn't be the safety brake if it gets stuck going up. If it stopped going down, then maybe I don't know. So that's the next bit for me to learn with my learning stuff. There's so much left, but that's okay. I've actually made progress, which is the main thing I wanted to share with the world. So I work for a garage door company, in case I didn't make that clear at any point, because I don't vlog that often now. Other thing, D&D. We have a new campaign, which is kind of temporarily replacing an old campaign, set in the same world, just a lot earlier. But that world already has history, because it's a world that already, it's a setting that already existed, and the 10,000 years earlier part of that setting also existed. Anyone who is familiar with it probably can guess what it is from that time frame. And yeah, it's not actually D&D as well. It's different system, different setting. But yeah, that's going real well. I really like my character. Can hopefully get some nice stuff. Got that tonight. Been playing it a lot recently because the person who's running it has had to self-isolate. Yeah, but I'm hoping to also do the other D&Ds again at some point soon, hopefully. And a friend of mine has borrowed my Dungeon Master Guide, Monster Manual, and the Creature Codex, because they want to try and DM a one-shot and then hopefully turn that into a campaign, which would be great if we can get a regular date, which my other group, if you're watching this, why don't we just say a day of the week and a time of that day that everyone can usually do, and then if at any point they can't do it, then they can't come to that one, and that's okay. Or we don't do that one, and we go again the same day and same time the next week for that game. Or every other week, or something like that, because it It'd be way simpler than being like, oh, is everyone free this Thursday? No, I'm not free this Thursday. I've made plans. Well, you won't have made plans if we had a regular time. If you said, oh yeah, we'll do this Thursday, every Thursday, then if they make plans on a Thursday, that's on them. If they miss it, that's their fault for making plans when they already had plans. You don't double park. You don't double book. It's terrible. Okay, scheduling run over. This has been over 10 minutes. So I'm going to go now. Ending on a positive note. I get paid tomorrow. Yay! Which means I can get my PT insurance for the next year, because that renews at the start of next month, I believe. Or the following month, but either way, I can figure that out and get that tomorrow. And I can pay next month's bills, which means that I don't have to worry about it for a little while. Yay! And then I should still have a little tiny bit of money left. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I don't actually know how much specifically I'm going to be getting paid. But yes, so I'm going to go. Hopefully you all have a good day, and I'll catch you cats on the flip-flop. Goodbye.